almost started giving him my tenor voice. You know?
It's TV time! Oh my goodness! I'm so stubborn, Goodwill!
Let's see here. Yeah, okay, we're still on Ollie. And it made you weak, just like he said. He got your ass. That's true. They hand it to Ollie. It worked, dude. Company, everyone take this mandatory HR training ASAP. The training, when you're in the office, are you allowed to hug them hooters? Yeah or no? This mandatory training, the only reason they have you do it is to prevent lawsuits. Again, when it comes to companies, nothing they do is to protect you or your coworkers. It's all to protect the company and the company's image. Every single time. Right? There's no way Walmart actually cares about a single motherfucker that works below the executive suite. And even then, they probably don't care about anybody in the executive suite. And more often than not, the HR training.
Welcome to Outlast 2. Let's get down to it. Finally made this game.
There's no touching your coworker's balls. That's a no-no. Yeah, I kind of knew that because I'm not a piece of shit, you moron. Is there anything else that you could tell me that might be helpful? This has been talked about extensively. You're just 21. That is one of the greatest responses I think I've ever seen. Sight line is
Yes.
it's beautiful. A lot of people do like to say, am I the only one around? No, you're not. Trust me. You're just not 40 like half the other user base is now. Hell, I put a tweet out there that's reminding people how old some of us are really getting, okay? My Twitter account turned 17 and a half ago. 17! No, you're not the only one. You're just late to the party because you're 12, okay? Why is smoking the only addiction job you get breaks for? I should get a 15-minute break every hour to cut teams. I had a coworker once who used to ask for smoke breaks, and I found out he was just going outside and had 2 hot dogs each time. Now, the real question here, which one is worse for your health?
This can screw you up pretty much. Because it actually puts you in a weird position. Nice floating background. Jeez.
Of course, the cigarettes are also incredibly bad. You know what? I asked the question as a joke, but now I'm wondering. On a comparison level, what one is worse like horrific mystery meat salt dogs or formaldehyde, rat poison, smoke machine?
I did not jump apparently, but I survived.
Shopping for it, cooking it, and having to do it all over again every single freaking day. Yeah, that part is obnoxious. I am so envious of people that love food, like the prepping of the food, the making, even the cleaning up after it, cooking, baking, whatever. They love the process.
What do you mean triangle? The fuck?
Do not enjoy the process of cooking. Sometimes I'll get into it, even though most of what I'm cooking, because I'm American and dumb, is coming out of a box or is incredibly
Ew.
not well seasoned, so on and so on. I don't really enjoy it. That's why my spectrum is I'm usually just going to eat like a sandwich or 2 or have a snack or something like that.
Apparently you can heal in this game, which is great. That the all original game.
Growing up hearing Wikipedia is without source, and then entering a workplace where people say, just ask ChatGPT. I'm gonna be so for real. If any of my coworkers ever told me to just ask ChatGPT, I might kill them and go to prison for the rest of my life. Sure, it's not first degree murder, it's not
Lim's body wasn't in the wreckage.
blood, absolutely.
She could still be alive.
Less of a crime because we know emotions flare sometimes, even though it's still awful and evil and terrible. I'm not telling you cold-blooded crime is good, okay? But when it comes to generative AI trash that's genuinely causing the downfall of not just our society from a talking to each other standpoint and it's ruining the environment.
Jesus.
There's no money. Anyway, I will kill you. Why do baby clothes have
Too far.
no money or gold to keep a live cricket in so you can scare the crap out of your bud who has only shown you love and generosity? Why does this sound like something Damien would do? No, Damien would absolutely get a pair of jeans for his newborn, right? Like a little baby pair of jeans. Oh, so cute, fully with pockets. And then he definitely put a bug in there. Seriously, I'm sorry, Damien, if you hear about this. Shit, man, it just sounds like you. Thank you, Elon, for auto-translate. There's a proverb in Japan that says, strike while the iron is hot. In Chinese, it's called strike while the iron is God, wow, that's great. That's a crazy saying that they have in China and in Japan. That's wild. All right then. No, look, when it comes to like idioms or sayings or whatever, I think Finland still has the funniest ones when you translate them directly to English. Or if you try, those ones are still pretty funny. You finish
Oh,
for
fuck
a
me.
minute now. Would you tell me about them all the time? Like troll, like
Okay.
Not having a
Foxes, talking Finnish idioms, talking
Fuck
about
this.
scissor sock and stuff like that. No one's the
Yeah, you kind of have to wait till this literally completes the thing to track it, I guess.
The calls I get are from robots trying to steal my credit card information. So this entire method of communication is now dead to me. It's not dead to me because phones still have contacts, and if your buddy Bill calls you on your phone, you don't get to use the excuse of I assume it's a scam call because it says Bill is calling you. Would you like to answer the phone for Bill? Look, snarkiness aside, I totally get it too. I have been impressed though. I know that iPhones tend to get useful features well after Android, but the call screening feature on iPhone has been so handy. I don't think I've actually got a scam call in, well, ever since I turned it on. It's been a while. I didn't think it was going to work this well. It's not how they gave up, dude. They gave up. I'm so excited.
No, we're in back home.
And hurt.
Than average. That's not how averages work. Oh, but you misunderstand. I didn't think it was going to work this well. They just kind of gave up, dude. They gave up. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, but you can't always be experiencing a higher volume of calls than average. That's not how averages work. Oh, but you misunderstand, kid. Of course they can. You. That's all there is to it, right? My wife is so exhausted. I can tell. She was looking for something in the fridge and couldn't find it. Then I found it, even with my husband eyes. I feel so bad for her. Oh, yeah, that's rough. Dude, if your wife can't find something, that's troublesome. You know what? You might want to call up the family doctor. Your wife could explode at any moment. Seriously, by 2026, rest in peace. Yeah, this has been very tough, and I'm trying to asking for privacy, as I have said. Why did that guy do that? Why did he do that? I love Patton Oswalt. I knew if something like this ever happened, he would turn into a skinhead. That's fantastic. Why would this guy think Patton Oswalt died? He didn't. He's not going to. So remember that. And die. All right. So let's get that straight as we go along. Republic of Czech. Never heard. I mean, the Camels could be wild. I thought they all had jobs. I'm going to be so for real. Jokes aside, I thought the exact same thing. I do not know why I assumed that all camels were kind of spoken for. It's kind of like in the U.S. horses, right? Every horse I see is owned and kept on a ranch. Every single one. But there have got to be some wild horses out there still, right? So I thought camels were much the same. I did not know we still had roaming camels anywhere on the earth without, Minecraft trader hanging out on top of one. Yes, I know he has llamas or alpacas, right? That's beside the point. Camels are silly, cool animals just like him. Okay, I'm sorry. But really, I never thought about it.
Hmm. That's strange. Too strange. Okay.
Find Lynn. Nothing matters but Lynn.
Clickety click. Alright. Of course. Can't really see shit because I'm doing this game during the day. Oh boy, and I can't see shit. Okay, I'm just gonna max it out. That's so much better.
Are silly, cool animals just like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, really, I never thought about it that way. That how many of these animals still have their wild elders? Or are they all captive? Heard my husband scream from across the house. Ran to see if he was okay. I discovered him watching that video of the raccoon who tries to launch his cotton candy and then appeared visibly upset when it dissolves in the water. Dude, the first time people watch that, it messes them up. It's sad. But remember, that raccoon, he's going to find something else. And look, find something else. Those guys are quite industrious, okay? They're going to find what they need. That's all there is to it. So don't fret, okay? If you ever see a raccoon lose their food, they're gonna get some. Sony Pictures Entertainment CEO Tony, whoever, I'm sorry, says that very famous people whose names I won't use want
What in... God.
Yeah. Not. Not to buy.
Tony, whoever, I'm sorry, says that very famous people whose names I won't use want to redo Norman Lear's The Princess Bride. Oh, really? Well, I married the six-fingered man. Obviously, why we've stayed together for 35 years. And there is only one Princess Bride, and it's William Goldman and Rob Reiner. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I'm sorry. They're right. If I ever see a remake of The Princess Bride, I'm gonna vomit. That's just gonna be lame and stupid, quite frankly. But I had no idea Jamie Lee Curtis was actually married to Six-Figure Man. I did not know that. That's crazy. Oh, okay, yeah. I also had no idea Christopher Guest, the actor, is 78. What the? Why is it no? Stop! Knock it off! No, I really didn't know that. That is actually super cool, and I'm glad that Jamie Lee Curtis is out here going, nah, I'm better with that. Thank you. Absolutely despise when a recipe tells me to add cups of onion. They don't come in cups. They come in onions. I don't come in onions at all. What the fuck is wrong with you? accidentally vaped in front of my mom, but she only saw the smoke and goes, "What was that?" So I immediately said, "No, wait, you saw that too?" And now I have to spend the rest of my life pretending my house is haunted. I choose to believe this is 100% true. I have to believe it. It's just so funny that everyone's parents in these stories are like 3-year-olds. I love that. I really hope that I can get my mom to believe that something is haunted soon. Like if I ever vape again, which I probably won't, but I want to try this and see if it works. I hope it does. Is this an evolutionary trait of humanity, like that obsession with stick and stone? What, having a little dude, like having a little Amogus guy? I don't know. I don't think so. That's my honest answer. Important updates. The irony of these announcements is crazy. We're ending the production of physical discs and be going all digital in 2028. Oh, we're also shutting down the digital store on the PS3. Don't forget the PS Vita as well. That's 2 digital storefronts they're shutting down, while also telling you that you're not able to buy physical PlayStation discs after 2028. Okay, new. They can't completely kill the used market overnight. They still will be putting games on discs up until that point.
Oh, spooky boy.
There's still a million discs and games out there physically, sure. But this is the most pathetic thing in the world, especially because some news has come out that one of their biggest factories and manufacturers of the discs is already being retrofitted and being reassigned to produce micro lenses, which are used for auto manufacturing, or I guess some people have claimed AI data centers or something like that. I don't understand how micro lenses fit in there at all, but whatever. Wouldn't surprise me. I do think it's lame. I'm never buying a PlayStation product again. I'm not going to be buying a PS5 again. I'm not going to be buying a PlayStation 6, that's for sure. It's actually because it's going to be $1,600. I'm guaranteeing that price, by the way. Maybe not right on the dot, but if Sony is saying it's going to cost $1,000 for them to make a PlayStation 6, you better believe they're not going to sell that at a loss anymore. So they're going to have themselves one hella MSRP. If I had to be as conservative as possible on that, $13.99 MSRP, right? And even then, that's not really them making much of a profit, dude. So let's say $14.99. Yeah. Microsoft off half the industry. Sony, we're ending physical games. Nintendo, have you seen this Splatoon weapon? We call it the blah blah blur blur. I will say, it has been very funny watching like Zach play Rhythm Heaven Groove going, I think it's adorable that the industry is burning on all sides, and then there's just Nintendo going, you groove game, yay! Not to say that Nintendo is awesome. The Switch 2 has been a very boring thing. They continue to come back on any personality. What they used to have, I guess, used to be able to do themes and all this shit, and Nintendo's like, nah, the Switch 2 is all black, and the only color you get on this film shit, you can't even see. I don't know, sorry, I guess really at the very least, that's the worst thing they're really doing at the moment, and that's kind of crazy to consider what the other two are headed. Oh, yes, I'm very, very happy to see that Domino's will no longer be doing physical pizzas. I have been saying for years, it's just needless. We do not need physical pizzas anymore. Digital just makes way, way more sense. Random lady at our local car show asked my 3-year-old son his name. He immediately volunteered his full name and our address. Might need to work on operational security. Which is 3-year-old? I would say so, Charlie. I would absolutely say so. Those 3-year-olds shut without important information. If a toddler puts a sticker on you, that's a sign of great respect in their culture. That's true. Or if they try to draw on you with a marker, it's the same thing. No wonder we do tattoos. It's just in our nature to decal ourselves, right? Let's see, Clara Delavine, is that how you say it? That's a hell of a last name, though, if that's how it's pronounced. Confirmed she was romantically involved with Amber Heard after years of speculation amid her divorce from Johnny Depp. We were close for a long time, and then when they were going through the divorce, yeah, we were entangled, I suppose. Oh, wait, Cara, not Clara. I can't read. Don't mind me. Cara is passed around like a joint among Hollywood's queer women. Are they? I think I've seen their face one time. Who are you? Thinking about this time when me and 4 of my friends went out to dinner, and the whole group thought our server was hot. So we all put our phone number on each of our bills to see who we would text. And 2 hours later, Bro put us all in a group chat and said, "What are we doing tonight, ladies?" Oh, hell yeah. What did you guys do? Did you guys go out roller skating, bowling? Did you do anything, or did you all absolutely back down at the chance to have a kick-ass evening? Be honest. A dude at my job stopped talking to me. Let me explain. Said coworker is my age, 50, and he brought his age-inappropriate girlfriend, 20, for work function. At some point, he lost track of her, so I said, I'm sure we'll all be getting Amber Alert messages anytime now. Yeah, and vandalize the 20-year-old. Like, I get the age gap is weird for sure. Okay, trust me. But I don't know why you're, making
After
fun
all,
of
from
her
generation to generation.
like, making fun of her age to make fun of him is odd to me. Yeah. Dude, can you not come up with a joke about him being 15, dating someone who was born after they turned 30? Respectfully, I think nobody in my bloodline
What am I supposed to do?
Can you imagine someone in your bloodline from now on, or in the future, not from now on? Can you imagine someone saying this in regards to you? Why aren't you locking in and securing the generational wealth for your great-great-grandchildren, right? Exactly, right? Parents works harder for kids to have an easier life. Kids lives an easier life. I think parents have they want to balance this because they want to make sure that you have an easier life, which is totally normal and what all parents should want for their kids to create a better world for them. But a lot of them don't know how to balance keeping humility involved. Like, you should still be a little humble. You should have a correct, non-toxic level of certain types of shame. You shouldn't be shitting on other people and punching down. But they don't know how to balance that sense. Like, you shouldn't have a giant ego because you had an easier life, or expect certain things because they provided you.
And that's completely by luck.
But rather than knowing
I did not mean to do that.
these parents will give you that into your life and then leave you with a bunch of toxic shame and guilt about having what they gave you, right? They make you feel like shit. I didn't have everything handed to me in my day. Yes, you were a boomer. You literally did have everything handed to you in your day, okay? Gen X, to a lesser degree, you guys still had a pretty awesome, fantastic world. And you also suffer from walking uphill both ways in the snow to get to school every day. It's that. You should be able to remind your kids that they have an easier life without, being an arrogant prick about it. That's really what it comes down to for me. Director. Well, I'd say that's the final cut, Disney exec. Not so fast. First, we have to run it by Pazuzu, the demon that eats colors. Pazuzu, the demon that eats colors. Delicious reds and greens. A feast for Pazuzu. Reds and greens? Nah, dog. We're doing grays and browns now. That's all you get. Did you see the behind-the-scene footage of the live-action Moana, where that behind-the-scenes footage recorded off the main camera was more colorful and pretty than the actual footage put into the movie? Why are we removing color? Stop. If you're gonna do a live-action Moana, why are you making it flat? The movie I did my essay on was The Matrix. In reality, this is a movie, but could it be deeper than that? To me, parts of this movie could be a documentary. Guy in community college wrote an essay intro so bad I kept it in my notes app for 3.5 years. I refuse to believe that's a college student writing that. Last weekend, girlfriend and I went to a Halloween house party. One of her coworkers was there, and he was openly making passes at her. Guys, if you're going to date attractive women, the reality is they're going to get hit on. Here's a thread on how I handled this situation. I shot him. I don't know if I jumped to that right away, but I don't know. I definitely communicate that you're not welcome to flirt with my girlfriend, I don't need to beat the shit out of you to be like, hey man, look, we might get to that point if you disrespect me any further, but I don't know. I think we can all try like, hey man, we're in a relationship and I find what you're doing to be inappropriate, right? Call me a dork all you want, but the shot him is at least step 3 for me. That's step 3. This is how dangerous a CT scan machine looks without its outer casing. Why do they risk spinning all that heavy machinery around at high speed instead of just spinning the patient? Machine strong, spin without moving. Patient weak, spin. Patient vomit, scream, cry, poop, etc. Patient a little bitch. Introvert, extrovert quizzes are so funny because they're always like, where are you happiest? Reading a book by myself in the dark while crying, snorting up a park bench with 80 of my closest friends. Which one do you think I am? Raven was following me around, so I stuck my arm out and he came. What does this mean? Your new name is Edgar Allan Poe. Disney Princess Energy 4 days. That would make my goddamn life if that happened to me. Angela Nicolau shows off her engagement ring after she and her now fiance illegally climbed the Empire State Building today. Okay, but the ring picked 8. Worth the misdemeanor. Oh, absolutely. Are you joking? That is crazy work. Like, sure, you're not the main characters, but for just one moment, I think it's okay for you to be. Look at that picture, dude! Here at Invincible, we don't prioritize animation despite being animated. always understand that they're doing this in order to recycle the same voices countless times instead of helping lesser-known voice actors have a career. We won't be taking any
I
questions.
will turn
I
the
have
devil
always
coming
kind of
down
felt
on us,
a
and we
little
shall
bit of
return.
annoyance at how often animated shows and movies need to have celebrities star in them. Thanks to Aladdin and Toy Story. Aladdin being the one that, really started the concept of having super famous names in their movies, thanks to Genie. And then, of course, Toy Story, they did that because of the success of it. Because in advertising, money to do that. I, as a career voice actor,
Oh, come on.
resent how often we get Chris Pratt as Mario. I don't hate or despise Chris Pratt, but I don't really fall for the Chris Pratt Mario. That's not the case.
Fuck
They
was
don't
that?
get these jobs if they're genuinely shit. Unless you're that one actress from Wonder Woman, and I just don't care to remember the name of. But yes, as a voice actor, I do tend to kind of resent how often the starring roles don't go to voice actors, where it's kind of like, this is what they do. That is what they do. It's kind of annoying. But when it comes to shows, where every single goddamn other season they're like, hey, look, we know you're here for a kick-ass story and beautiful visuals from amazing artists, but what we spent most of our money on was Aaron Paul. Again, no shade to Aaron Paul at all. Like, I don't blame anybody for taking the job. That sounds sick as fuck. Are you kidding me? But it can get kind of annoying when it's just look at all the cool celebs we can get versus, I don't know, I prefer a celeb to be a cameo in something personally. I think that would be more fun.
Daddy. Daddy, don't. It's like the hypnotics.
Certainly wouldn't like that. Oh, that one picture people will see you by for the rest of eternity. I'm sorry, but the Kane Parsons picture is awesome. That is an awesome photo. I would use that photo for the rest of my life. I've got one photo of myself that I like to use, and it took me so long to finally stop using it as my social media profile. I just don't take good photos. But I'm sorry, the other thing, don't give a shit. The Kane photos, genuinely just a headshot. It is. And versus the same. German players watching their plane land in Nuremberg instead of in Berlin. What happened, man? I'm not keeping up with this. Let's see. We need the U.S. to win. The Cum Squad lives on. It's not going to happen, but wouldn't that be funny? Turkey has defeated the USA at the World Cup. Thanksgiving going to be awkward this year. Okay, cool tattoo. The zombie apocalypse starts. You have to preemptively explain this tattoo to every survivor. I'm obsessed with this therapy that looks like it has the soul of a murdered Victorian era child. If that horse is still alive, I hope he's okay. Because I don't. In 2017, it's been a while. I don't think he is. Girl's boyfriend is a Marine and wasn't home to pick her up, so his 2-year-old brother took her instead. The worst thing about betrayal is that it never comes from a stranger. Can't believe it. Can't believe she could do that because that's crazy work. 27 today, so I'm the youngest person in the room, and I'm also the oldest person alive. I don't give a shit. Unfortunately, I see it. No, I can't do. This is that character's and now at $5.5 million in Tokyo didn't know how to remove the man wearing a green screen suit from the video footage, resulting in some hilarious visuals. I don't think you can remove him, right? Like, wouldn't you have to have a clean plate or something and then put that behind? The way they're doing it, you'd have to pay somebody $1 billion to crop that dude out of the whole video. Shout out to the man who asked if I needed help getting my suitcase off the train yesterday, and when I told him no thank you, he started singing Independent Woman by Destiny's Child. I'm not familiar with that, but hey, at least he didn't start arguing, right? Today, my 3-year-old niece cried because she remembered she hit her leg somewhere 3 days ago. She said she forgot to cry about her leg that day. No, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes you store that away as a debt, right?
How I got spotted is beyond me. And apparently it can't heal over time for some reason, even though the difficulty's on easy, I guess. Jeez, Christmas. Doesn't make no sense. Alright. Right. Here's a internship.
Take me down.
Yoink.
All mine.
Early 2000s, white people and black people were doing perfectly fine. But then when Obama became president, his presidency, everything up. Is that true?
Someone who lived back then, and I understand the country was a lot different before Obama. Like people got along, and politics weren't so volatile. Now you have to understand that it's not because Obama is black. Now they want you to believe that the Democrats they put that in your mind that it's because he's black they don't like him because he's black. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, it was a genius move to get a socialist Barack Obama presidency so that they could just blame it on, no, it's just because he's black. They just don't like him because he's black. That's the only reason. No. This country has always been anti-communist. We fought wars against people so that we do not become communist, so that they do not keep making the world communist. That was the whole point of like fucking Cuba over and not letting them become powerful so that they do not spread communism across the world. The whole point of bringing down Germany, why? Because they're communists and they're dumb.
Situation. Alright. Here we go. Sorry. Spook, spook, spook. And I summon the spook.
Finally, I have that on. My mom said I should use her PC for Facebook. I don't know, she'll rub my face on the keyboard. Lucky enough, she's not around, and I tell her, Mom, the guy. Hey, when I write on the people who say lol, people who say lamau, people who record audio of them laughing and send it. Hey, at least I got proof of laughing out loud. The cast of Avatar getting their makeup done. I am not sure. Difference. Santa? Santa. Dyslexic people. Oh, the mini gamers. The girl gamer who said something in the voice chat. And hi, my friend and I would like to eat you. Is that okay? Maybe you're on the road or you can interact with them. I forgot to look at the group there, but I was genuinely concerned. Oh, the Sage mobile community. They had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Group chat. Hey bro, are you coming out tonight? Hey, nah, I'm busy. Also me. Since galaxy full of 1,000 times. Girl, go to the toilet. My friends. Shall call you on your request. Group messages during the day. Group messages at 3 a.m. Teachers, when you don't write down how you calculated 2 plus 2. University professors, when half of your solution is missing. I've seen enough. I'm satisfied. My crush. I don't know why, but I suddenly started to look a lot. Hey, really crazy. Me the night before. Yes, please make this work. Hey, please have a match. Hey.
All the way down here.
Oh God, buddy.
Are you okay?
No.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Oh shit. We have to run. Right there.
Big Mac in 2004. Big Mac in
Okay.
Fighting to get this out.
Lynn, where are we going?
Away from here. Anywhere but here.
Tubing as a puppet, and I walked by to see this. There's no time to explain. I'm gonna. There's no time to see this. There's no time to explain. I'm gonna need you to take time, bro. Mold spores when you open your 3-week-old Tupperware leftovers. I live in fear that someone will kidnap my grandson Jimmy, who lives at 842 Gate Street, apartment 2 on the 4th floor, keeps doors unlocked, cannot visit. Billy just vibing. With Graham off Twitter. I don't think he actually likes Billy. I don't know. Someone told me.
Oh God.
What is it?
My stomach. It hurts. Something's wrong. Fuck.
Give it a try. Or realistically, you have to bring friends.
Okay. Are you alright, Miss Lynn? I guess.
I have to stop. I need it. Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Lynn! What's happening here?
You were dead. When you fell, I thought we were all dead.
It's okay. I'm here. We're gonna get out of here, okay? What did they do to you?
I can't talk about it.
Why are you specifically
They're coming.
more traumatized than I am? I've just been on locations. Yeah. They were expensive.
I don't know. He's insane. They're all fucking insane. Please, Blake, I just want to get out of here.
Ooh, that's
What's
spicy.
going on? I can't. Not now. Let's just get away from this place. Please.
Okay.
Stay back!
We're good, gentle.
I swear to fucking Christ, the first person who touches me loses their eyes. God, no! No!
God wants the child.
What the hell?
God wants the child.
Get off me! Get off me!
God wants the child.
Lynn! No, you
No!
you motherfuckers! Get off me!
I can't even interact with this. The camera is locked.
Lynn!
You can't even see what's happening.
Fuck you!
Now I'm blind, I guess. I am pressing buttons here, but nothing is happening.
I've watched my father fuck your God to death. Hush.
Lynn, no! Wait! No, wait! Don't!
There you go.
No! No! For fuck's sake!
I can't really do nothing.
I'm gonna share my love with the Father.
Motherfucker!
Others love you. Not like I do.
Ew. Ew.
Yes,
What the fuck?
oh. We have another. I think I'll see you again.
What the fuck is going on here? Ouch. Ew. Gross.
Oh shit! Lynn!
Still can't move. Now I can, apparently. Dude, study yourself. Jesus Christmas. She's right here, I guess.
Jesus God! Fuck were they? Called them heretics. They called Lynn mother. It's not just the cult. It's two sides. Christians and something else.
So what now? Is that her? No. Jeez, I don't know, man. Well, these are both male, so Lynn somehow escaped, I guess. You could barely tell what was going on, so I don't even know, man. Yeah. We're in a river now. Going on the bayou. Ew, that's there was nothing Just no burning fireworks then. Jesus Christmas. You can't even.
The flood will come. Inflame the land to destroy them.
The thing I did with that. That's annoying.
I live in fear that someone will kidnap my grandson Billy, who lives at 822 58th Street. Mold spores when you open your 3-week old Tupperware leftovers. I live in fear that someone will kidnap my grandson Billy, who lives at 822 58th Street, apartment 2 on the 4th floor, keeps doors unlocked, cannot visit. Billy just vibing. His grandpa's Twitter. I don't think he actually likes Billy. I don't know. Something tells me. None of my friends introduced me to others. I have a delicate donkey. We've made group video calls smoother, clearer, and more stable. Grab up to 25 friends and give it a try. Or realistically, up to 3 friends. Fun must you hurt me in this way. When you post something in the group chat and nobody replies. Boy forced to befriend ducks on removed Scottish arm. You're blood.
Time is 43-ish. I gotta get dinner, so maybe if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Time to win.
Creatures.
Yeah, so like, maybe if I don't get fired, nice. And you know what would also be nice? You're liking and subscribing to Angels Gaming. Yeah, so like, yeah. Like and subscribe to Angels Gaming. Until next time on Outlast 2.